Gentlemen, I am the marshal of this list. You obey my command. You will halt when I say halt. Is that understood? Fight! Boom! Mercenary Chris with a cut to Sir Ed's leg. Point to Mercenary Chris. Huzzah! Are you ready? Right on. Boom! A cut from Sir Edward to the torso of Mercenary Chris. Point to Sir Edward. Huzzah! Score stands 1-1. Gentlemen, you ready? Fight! Good. Another cut to the torso of Mercenary Chris. Second point to Sir Edward. Huzzah! Score stands 2 points Sir Edward, 1 point Mercenary Chris. Fighters, you ready? Right on. Oh! A cut across the face of Mercenary Chris. Point and match to Sir Edward. Well fought.
All right, fencers. I'm the master of the list, and we are going to 3 points. If I call a halt, you will halt. You understand? Fencers, stand you ready. Fence. Was that a solid thrust? Solid thrust, all right. 1 point for Lord Colin, huzzah! Huzzah! Score stands at 1-0. Fencers, stand you ready. Lay on. Nothing. Where was it? Point on your mask. Okay, very good. So that is a thrust to the face. That is a second point for Lord Colin. Huzzah! Huzzah! Score stands at 2-0. Fencers, stand you ready. Fence. Solid cut to the torso. 1 point and match to Lord Colin. Huzzah! Huzzah! Let's hear it for our fighters. All right, with all of that in mind, gentlemen, we are going to 3 points. If I call a halt, you will halt. You understand? Gentlemen, stand you ready. Lay on. Nope. Fell short. Good. It looks like a solid thrust into the neckline. There was even positive bend upon the sword. Was this that looks like it was on, was that on fabric or was that on plate? Or did it slide to the, above the plate? That's what I was wondering, is if it slid in. This was good. All right, we're going to count this as 1 point for Sir Chris. Huzzah! Huzzah! While both of our fighters struck each other simultaneously, the second hit was much more difficult to determine whether or not it was actually getting past the armor. So for that reason, we scored 1 point. All right, gentlemen, score stands at 1-0. Stand you ready. Lay on. No points scored yet. Keep fighting. Yeah, good. I didn't see if something landed before that, but I saw a thrust go into the around the arm area. Did any of those feel like they were really good strikes? All right, I'm not quite sure what I saw, which landed first. Gentlemen, how do you feel about throwing out that point and trying again? All right, we're going to reset and we're going to continue from there. Let's hear it for our fighters. This is very tiring. So when you hear me ask them if they're okay with throwing out that point and redoing it, I'm asking them how much longer can they actually fight. So in code. All right, gentlemen, stand you ready. Score still stands at 1-0. Lay on. Is that in? Good. This was on plate. This one is, it was on the edge of the mail right here. It got past it was like right about here. So I'm going to say that was a good point for Sir Chris. 1 point for Sir Chris. Huzzah! Score stands at 2-0. Gentlemen, stand you ready. Lay on. Very good. That was right. That was very much centered on the neck. That is a point for Sir Nate. Huzzah! That brings the score to 2-1. All right, gentlemen, stand you ready. Play on.
I'll go with you.
Good. Halt. Halt. That looks very solid directly here above the plate. I'm going to call that a second point for Sir Nate. Huzzah! This brings the score to 2-2, and it's a sudden death. Sudden death. They have elected to drop their swords and fight with a dagger. May your knife chip and shatter. I saw that. All right, gentlemen, stand you ready. Score stands at 2-2, and lay on.
Come on, Nate!
Good. Halt. It looked like there was a thrust right here.
Let's go!
Was it on plate? All right, reset.
Oh, okay. You're good.
Needed to go just a little bit higher, I think.
Get him, Nate!
All right, gentlemen. Sorry for that halt. Nothing done. Score still stands at 2-2. Stand you ready and lay on. Was it in? Who got who? Nathan got Chris. Okay, excellent. I couldn't see it from my angle. So that is a point and match for Sir Nate. Huzzah! How about that for a comeback? All right, gentlemen, we're just about ready. All right, fighters. I am the master of the list. We are going to 3 points, and if I call a halt, you will halt. Do you understand? The score stands at 0-0. Gentlemen, stand you ready. Lay on. Strike into the hand. Good. That is 1 point for Sir Brian. Huzzah! Solid thrust into the hand. We're going to double check the armor real quick. Sometimes for safety reasons this is necessary. At other times something simply becomes poorly adjusted or moves out of position. It's very difficult to fight when your armor is not moving with you correctly. But this can be part of the strategy in fighting against the knight as well, is to damage or move the armor such that the fighter cannot continue as normal. All right, gentlemen, score stands at 0-1. Stand you ready. Lay on. That was on plate. That was also on plate. There's a thrust into Sir Brian's side, into the armpit. That is a point for Sir Aiden. Huzzah. Proper fire, please. Yep. We're going to give him just a moment to breathe. Thank you. One thing that's hard to appreciate until you've worn armor yourself is just how exhausting this can be, especially if you don't wear it on a day-to-day basis. Some of the historical knights recommended practicing by going for a run for multiple miles every single morning wearing your armor. Some of the knights used to claim being able to climb the underside of a ladder while wearing their armor. Not the normal side of the ladder, but the underside. Some of the knights also said that a proper knight should also be able to vault into the saddle of his horse. Not climb, not be hoisted up with a crane, but rather jump and vault up into the saddle of the horse. Dagger only. Final point. All right, so score stands at 1-1, but we are going to treat this as the final point, and they have chosen to drop their spears and fight dagger only.
Okay. I hope you both have fun.
As soon as they're ready, we will begin. One thing about wearing armor is that while it should move with you very well, it does drain your energy much faster. You also have to work harder at shedding heat and staying upright, as it does change your center of gravity, and maintaining balance takes a little more effort. Move this. Let's move upfield. A few more steps. That is good. Very good. All right, gentlemen. Score stands at 1-1. Stand you ready. Lay on. Good. Was that a double or was I saw it
Brian got in
long before. Very good. That's what I thought. So that is point and match for Sir Brian. Huzzah!